it, but it also has a forward-facing tail.
If the sun is here and the comet is here, the sun sends the solar wind to the comet, the tail goes behind the comet. Guess what? This comet is at the reverse side.
But is it nature or something else? We're going to find out soon.
Okay, so it's going to be a few weeks before 3i Atlas comes back into view. Right now, it is hidden behind the sun. And even during its closest approach, Earth-based telescopes are not going to be able to see it. What's worse, the images that NASA captured right before all this, well, we haven't seen those because of possibly the government shutdown. But our next guest has done more math, more calculating on every aspect of 3i Atlas than anyone I know. He is writing right now that if 3i Atlas is alien tech, this will be the make or break moment. The one and only Avi Loeb joins us now. He is head of the Galileo Project.
The make or break moment to try to make y'all
Director of
believe
Harvard.
my bad, y'all. To try to make y'all believe in aliens. Yeah, you go ahead and believe in aliens. Oh my God, the aliens are coming. Oh my God. Nah, man. Nah. No.
Black Hole Initiative. Professor, welcome back. So starting with these new images, what's going on with the tail? Is this now just a normal comet off-gassing, or as at least one of your colleagues has suggested, is this thrust from some sort of alien tech that's like maybe stepping on the brakes a little bit? What do you think?
Well, thanks for having me. We don't know the answer to that, and we better observe it, because aside from the anti-tail turning to a tail, which could have a natural origin, I actually wrote 2 scientific papers trying to explain it, but it's not a simple explanation, because we don't know if there is dust at all around this object. But even more alarming, it's its size, the fact that it's at least 1,000, maybe up to 1,000,000 times more massive than previous interstellar objects, the first and second ones. And so we have to monitor it. And gladly, yesterday we had an announcement by the
Hold up. I just saw something was so funny.
Yesterday we had the...
Check this out.
This is pretty exciting. Underwater archaeology has been around for 50 or 60 years.
The Jewett?
As far as I know, no one's ever and no one's certainly ever done it.
The Jewett and Lou 2025. So what is the Jewett? Oh man, yo, these people are too funny, man. Oh man, respectfully and humbly, man. But y'all need to stop, man. Y'all know what's up with y'all fake ass NASA everything.
An announcement by the International Asteroid Warning Network that will establish a campaign coordinating observations from all around the globe in trying to get as much data as possible about the motion of this object, because as it gets close to the sun, actually a week from now, on October 29th, it will be at a distance of 203 million kilometers.
Sorry guys, this is a little old, but when it doesn't hit like it's supposed to, it's hard to get my attention. So I apologize, guys. I know it's old, but I know it's trash. So I don't really pay attention to trash.
From the sun, that is the best point to have a maneuver, to use an engine that would either give a thrust object in the direction of its motion, in which case it will gain kinetic energy, or do the reverse, in which case the object...
Pause. My bad, y'all. I don't mean trash. I mean the way that they are delivering it to us. They are delivering it to us in a hijacked fashion. But those of us that can see clearly, we know what this all is. Right? We know what this all is.
Would break and perhaps even release some mini probes towards the planets if it's technological. So we would like to know as much as possible about its future path, about the nature of material coming out of it. It's the beauty of doing science.
As cold as it is, I'm trying to figure out how all this stuff coming out of it. It's like the water. We know, like I said the other day, water freezes at 32 degrees. So how is this water coming out of there? It's frozen. What do you mean? So now y'all not making sense. This is simple our 4 elements. We gotta master these elements. Man. These people. My bad, y'all.
Look, I am scared that people watching this might not appreciate the, pardon the pun, but the gravity, the significance of what you just described and where 3i Atlas is about to be gravitationally and why this is such a pivotal moment. But like, as I understand it, and if we can throw up that mock-up that we have of the orbital path here, this is kind of like watching some unknown object barreling towards a 5-way intersection, right? And we're waiting to see whether it hooks a right or hooks a left or makes any sort of movement, or whether it just like continues on its trajectory here, right? If it continues on, probably a comet. But if there's any movement at all, because of the gravity assist that it's getting, like something's up, right?
Yeah, well, the most puzzling aspect of this object is that its trajectory is lying in the plane of the planets, and it's coming pretty close to 3 planets, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, and that suggests that maybe it has some purpose. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the object itself would deviate from its path. It could also release some smaller objects that would use this maneuver close to the sun, and we just need to monitor and see if there is some unusual activity either around the object or coming towards planets. You know, there are orbiters around Mars. That we are monitoring the sky around the Earth with 3 observatories of the Galileo project, and I asked my research team to check for any unusual activity.
Yeah, and I mean, to add on to that, like all of this is happening just as this thing goes into our Earth blind spot. It is pretty wild. When are we going to get better data? Because the internet right now is chock full of people already saying things that making crazy claims, like 3i Atlas has already changed course. Like the misinformation out there is insane. So, like, when will we know conclusively here?
Yeah, we need data collected by instruments, and we're still waiting for the high-rise camera on board the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. Because of the NASA shutdown, we haven't got access to that data. It should be the best resolution image, 3 times better in pixel resolution than the Hubble Space Telescope image we had. This one will give us 30 kilometers per pixel resolution, so that will shed a lot of light, because we would see also the jet coming from the object sideways, not in the direction of the sun as we saw it before. But most importantly, during December, on December 19th, it will come closest to Earth, and that will be 1 week before Christmas. We could get the gift of seeing the best image of it from Earth. And then, of course, when it comes close to Jupiter, the question is, what would it look like then? And we have the Juno spacecraft that I spoke with the principal investigator of Juno, Scott Bolton, and he told me that they will use their radio antenna to also search for any radio emission from this object. And of course, if we detect any, that would be a technological signature as well.
Christmas could come a little early to astronomers like you. Professor, thank you so much for joining us.
Let's do the knowledge on something real quick.
The native Negroid race had never developed either its trade or any industry worthy of mention, and owed their cultural position to the Egyptian immigrants and to the imported Egyptian civilization.
He just had in his mind that such advanced developments could not have been done by Africans.
Yeah, my computer been a little compromised, but it's all good. We still work.
But an entire ancient empire, possibly twice the size of Egypt.
The kingdom of Kemba was a very huge kingdom, more than 1,000 kilometers
I'm curious. What is that? What is that?
Magnificent capital disappear from history.
We can see clearly the mark of this fairy still exists in the building itself.
See, everything they say, I have to now pay attention.
Supports your gut health.
What is this?
Now that's a good gut feeling.
A week ago, they're saying something about a Milky Way's enormous black hole. Okay. Milky Way's enormous black hole. So what's taking so long? This is called theater, guys. This is called theatrics. Theater. Remember, NASA and Walt Disney was homies. Remember that. Okay. I'm going to look at an element real quick. And this is one of the elements that's supposed to be in this 3-eye atlas. It's called
How the ancient civilization of Kush could conquer Egypt and then virtually
it's called
disappear.
Parahelium.
And his team from the University of Arizona.
It is helium. Also with this orthohelium, parahelium, and orthohelium. Parahelium and orthohelium are two distinct spin states of the helium atom, differing in their electron spin configurations. Dodge the hijack. And energy levels. See all kind of crap popping up. And energy levels.
As the team prepares to enter the first chamber, the small doorway
Okay.
serves as a reminder of the dangers.
All right. Definitions. Parahelium. This state occurs when, excuse me, when two electrons in a helium atom are in a spin singlet state. Let me open this up some more. Meaning their spins. Okay, I'm reading from the phone, and it's kind of hard. The phone and the computer. Paralegal is the ground state of helium and has a higher energy level compared to orthohelium when in existed states. or excited states. I'm sorry, excited states. I mean, it's in its excited states. Okay. Orthohelium. In this state, the two electrons are in a spin triplet state where both spins are aligning, right? Either both spin up or both spin down. This configuration leads to a symmetric total spin wave function. Orthohelium can exist in excited states, okay, and generally has lower energy than parahelium due to the spatial wave function's symmetry, which allows the electrons to avoid each other more effectively. Energy levels. Energy comparison. The energy levels of parahelium are slightly higher than those of orthohelium. This is because the antisymmetric spatial wave function of perihelium results in a higher average electron repulsion compared to symmetric spatial wave function of orthohelium, which minimizes this repulsion. Remember, I'm reading from my phone, y'all. Ease up. Ground state. Perihelium is always the ground state of helium, while orthohelium can only exist in exciting states. This dysfunction is crucial in understanding the behavior of helium in various physical and chemical contexts. All right? So you want to check it out, do the knowledge. Yeah, this is where you're going to find it at on Bing. Right? So let's do this. Let's just ask, right? Let's just ask, right? In, keep it simple.
Like any ancient state, Kerma derives some of its wealth just
3
from agriculture. But
I
after that question, a major part of their wealth was serving as
Atlas.
traders between inner Africa and Egypt.
Let's just see. I'm not really 100% sure.
Satisfying Egypt's insatiable appetite for high-value goods.
Gold, different spices, ivory, ebony, slaves also coming from the south.
For centuries, the constant ebb and flow of this trade along the Nile.
Okay. Here we go. Interstellar Comet 3I Atlas researchers Parahelion, October 29th. Now you know that they're going to always try to throw us off with these words, y'all. Y'all got to understand that English is also very, very magical. Language in itself is very, very magical. Okay, guys? Always remember that. And, oh, I just saw it. Wait a minute. I just saw it. Hold up. See, they trying to add all this other bull crap. Dodge the hijack, y'all. Dodge the hijack. Let's go back where we were. Okay, let's go back here, though. All right, now look right here. Must include Parahelium. Orthohelium. Is that what it say? No. But up here it says Parahelion. It's October 29th, right? So they, they do what they do. Right about now, we should be used to it. Let's see what this look like. Comet 3I Atlas. NASA missions are working together to track and study this rare interstellar comet as it passes through our solar system. NASA's 3I Atlas observation timeline gives us a bunch of fake camera pictures that don't make no sense because the waters are above, man. Stop acting crazy. We already know this ain't no damn globe. If it was a globe, all the water would fall out of it. You idiots. Come on, man. Stop it. Water, flat. Put water in the glass. What is it? Flat. That's right. Come on, man. Stop playing with us. And we also know that all the lands are connected too. Let's see what they talking about here, y'all. Let's see what the NASA got. Let's see what other theater shit they got going on. Ain't nothing but theater, music and shit, trash. You gonna show them the real Paramount. You gonna show them the real Paramount. See, they ain't nothing but theater. Cause they homies with who? Walt. Look, still ain't showing nothing yet. Hold up. Okay, it says live event. Start seeing my bad, y'all. My bad.
Excited to see what new things we...
All right, there's a whole bunch of nothing. Nobody's talking about nothing.
Smaller missions like TESS and SWIFT,
That's
they
all.
all have, as Nikki said,
Just trying to
different
get more money
complementary capabilities. They
for
don't
their
just do
fake
things that would
cameras.
otherwise be
That's it.
impossible. They do things that even our other great telescopes can't do.
See what I just
every time we
said?
add to the fleet, we
Of
add
our
additional
other great
capabilities that
telescopes.
expand the realm of the
You
possible.
just get more money.
In this case, it
So
let
they can
us
buy bigger
refine
everything.
the orbit of this structure early on,
So they can buy
determine what
more
its structure is
fentanyl
and what
to
its
push into the ghettos to kill us. Sons of bitches. I'm out of here, y'all. Love y'all, man. Stay strong, man. I'm gonna come together with some more. There's so much stuff going on, man. Yeah, so much stuff going on. Some of this stuff I like to keep private, cause everybody don't need to know everything. Especially nowadays, you can't even trust your own, man. You got some trifling. What is it? Some more theater.
When you get your hand into the floor,
Dodge the hijack,
there's this
y'all.
layer of what feels like
What is
warm
it?
jello that you work through, and then there's a layer of clay.
See,
And that seems to...
this when my computer start acting crazy. When I start showing some
Monday.com,
real information,
the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past.
It
We
started
tried other
crazy.
work management platforms, not naming names. They all suck. Monday,
preserved. Whatever else is in there.
There is a very strange
Piece of a ceramic pot and vessel. And this is probably more valuable than anything else we found on this dive because this is an pot.
Stop that strange, huh? Why did it stop that strange?
We're not so certain about. So this is extremely valuable to us scientifically.
Too much.
And then of course you can see all the shiny bits in here. Little pieces of gold.
Yeah.
If we're working in the dirt of somebody else.
object flying past our sun. We don't exactly know what this thing is or what it's doing. We can't even see it anymore. But we have been watching this object very closely for months. We've given it a name, 3I Atlas, and we've given it a title, Interstellar Comet. There is a lot that we know about this new visitor to our solar system. In just 4 months, there have been nearly 100 research papers published on 3i Atlas, and there is plenty of other information out there that doesn't appear on the official record. Some of it can sound pretty insane. So today, we're going to cut through the noise and we are getting to the bottom of everything you actually need to know about 3i Atlas. Let's talk about the journey of this interstellar object. Right now, 3i Atlas is making its closest approach to the Sun. We call this phase perihelion, and the peak occurs on October 29th when the object will pass within about 210 million kilometers of our star. Although in space we typically use a larger form of measurement, that's the astronomical unit, or AU. 1 AU represents the average distance between the Earth and the Sun, which helps us to bring a familiar sense of scale to the vastness of the solar system. So the perihelion of 3i Atlas occurs at 1.4 astronomical units away from the Sun, which means it doesn't actually get that close. It's somewhere just inside the orbit of Mars. But this will be the time of peak activity for 3i Atlas. This is the hottest that it will get, which means that a lot of material from the surface of the object is going to get blasted out into space. Now, that's normal for a comet. We call this process sublimation. It's what happens when a solid material transitions directly into a gas, because there's no liquid in the vacuum of space. And sublimation is what gives a comet its distinct look, with a fuzzy halo and a long tail. The halo is made of all the gas and dust being ejected from the hard surface of the object. It's technically known as the coma. The tail is created by solar wind. That's a name for the waves of radiation that constantly flow from the surface of the Sun. This wind blows back all of the lightest bits of dust and gas from the coma and pushes it away from the comet. It's a spectacular piece of cosmic ballet, and unfortunately, we don't get to see this happening to 3i Atlas as it flies through its peak exposure to the Sun because we are on the wrong side. Call it fate or call it something else, our view of the perihelion is completely blocked out by the glare of the Sun. Okay, so we know where 3i Atlas is right now, and we have a pretty good idea of what it's doing, so while we wait for it to reappear on the other side, that gives us an opportunity to investigate how it got here in the first place, and this is a deeply fascinating story. We have been tracking 3i Atlas since July 2025. It was officially spotted by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, or ATLAS, which is actually a bunch of telescopes all around the world in places like Hawaii, Chile, and South Africa. What they do is stare at the...
Answer this question for me, family. When they show a picture of the globe, when they show a picture of the globe, have you ever seen satellites around the globe? Comment below, please. Please thumb up the video. Please share the video out, guys. And please, if possible, support the channel, man. You know, because we need to know what's going on. Those of us that have this sight, this parasite, we can see clearly, respectfully, humbly. Yes, with balance and harmony. Yes. Comment below, guys.
Night sky and look for moving objects. And that is what they saw on the night of July 1st, just another moving object. So they classify it as a new asteroid, and they're ready to...
I know someone's birthday is in July. And during July of this year, this individual was living. Peace.
Move on. But then they notice something weird about this one. It's moving too fast. Everything in space is constantly in motion, and every object in the solar system rotates around the sun because we are all trapped by its force of gravity. The fact that we are moving is what keeps us from falling into the well of gravity, and the closer you get to the sun, the faster you have to move in order to stay afloat. But if you start to move fast enough, then you actually start to rise up, out of the well. And if you reach a certain velocity, then you break free completely of the sun's gravity, and you can fly out into interstellar space. You enter the void of nothingness that exists between stars. And when astronomers clocked the velocity of this new asteroid, they were shocked. This was the fastest moving object ever detected in our solar system. Let's establish some scale here. The planet Earth orbits the sun at a speed of 30 kilometers per second. That's us. We're moving pretty fast, and we're pretty close to the sun. But there are planets that are a lot closer. Here is Mercury, 0.4 astronomical units from the surface of the sun. It gets cooked, and to avoid falling into the gravity well, Mercury has to orbit at a velocity of around 48 kilometers per second. The new object discovered by Atlas was moving at 58 kilometers per second, and at the time, it was still way out there, just inside the orbit of Jupiter. That's about 4.5 AU away from the sun. And at that speed, it was clear that this object was going to blow straight past the sun and just keep on going. We call this a hyperbolic trajectory, meaning that this thing had come from the void, from interstellar space, and that's where it was going to return after completing its grand tour of our solar system.
That's deep.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting
This is when the name 3i Atlas came to be, Third Interstellar Object, which means there were two before it. You probably know this one, Oumuamua, the first ever identified interstellar visitor, and it was also pretty weird, although it was weird in a totally different way than Atlas is, and we'll get deeper into that very soon. But we also have a second interstellar object, the often overlooked middle child, 2I Borisov, which was actually not that weird. Aside from the fact that it was interstellar, it basically just acted like a normal comet. So, if anything, it was weirdly not weird. There are three big differences between 3i Atlas and its interstellar siblings. One is size. It's literally much bigger. Oumuamua was up to 400 meters across. Borisov was as wide as 1 kilometer, but 3i Atlas could be up to 5.6 kilometers in width. 2 is speed. Atlas travels at about double the velocity of Oumuamua and Borisov. And 3 is the direction that the object came from. And this is the really weird one. Oumuamua came in from above, from the northern sky, which is the general direction that the solar system is moving. So we're all orbiting the sun, but the sun itself is also orbiting around the center of the Milky Way galaxy, and it's dragging us along with it. So as much as Oumuamua hit us, we also kind of ran into it. 2I Borisov did mostly the same thing. It came in at more of a diagonal angle than straight on, but from the same general direction. Now, 3i Atlas is not another head-on collision. This one is a T-bone, and it's coming in on that side angle in almost perfect alignment with all of the planets. Our solar system is like a disk of stuff that all formed around the sun. Over time, all of that stuff kept smashing into each other and forming into planets and moons and asteroids and things, but it all remained in a relatively flat disk shape. We call that disk the plane of the ecliptic.
Y'all catch that? They want to see flat so bad. All right, y'all, it's been 30 minutes. Y'all want to finish checking it out? This is where it is. Right? I wanted to show some more, but I don't want to be too long. I love you guys. Stay strong and keep on digging, man. And keep on digging and keep on digging. Okay? Peace.